What is going on? You have come to the official PHC channel, and I am your host, Sergio G, PHC. So welcome back to the longest reigning hat YouTube channel on YouTube. So we've been venturing through the Giants collection, and the goal of this video was to see if I actually had 100 Giants hats, or if I actually need to go out and buy a couple more. So I don't know. We're real close, as I mentioned in the last video. I wasn't sure if we actually had 100 Giants hats. So you are going to find out as we go through the next few Giants hats if I actually have 100 Giants hats. I hope you enjoyed this video series of seeing if I have 100 Giants hats, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down. I don't really care. Also, if you didn't want to wait to the next video, you can always consider becoming a member of the channel and help supporting your favorite YouTuber, and that way you can get content before it is dropped to everybody else, which I've been dropping content on every Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So without further ado, guys, let's get on. Let's see if I have 100 Giants hats. So let's go! Okay, so in the previous video, we did hats number 81 to 90. So to start this video off, I know I'm close. So here we go. The first one we got BAM! We got the Big League Chew San Francisco Giants original. This came out probably by the time you see this video, it'll probably be like 4 months. As I'm shooting this video here in late January, this hat came out about, I want to say about maybe 3 months ago. It hasn't been too long. And so what I did was, as soon as it dropped, I didn't go out and rush to get it or anything. I liked the concept. I liked the hat. I appreciated the nostalgia. But I decided to wait, and my waiting paid off because I was able to actually get these hats for a very good price. And because of that, I was able to get most of them. I am missing one Big League Chew hat, I will tell you that. I'm missing like their version of the cotton candy one. I just never really saw it. I saw it in a Milwaukee Brewers hat that I did pick up in Santa Cruz. It wasn't my size, so I'm selling it. So maybe I've sold it by the time you see this video. But my point is, it was like a size 8. And like I said, I'm still looking for the cotton candy one, and if I see it, I'll get it. If not, oh well. So this one's the original. It comes with the Big League Chew specialty pin, which is still in the hat, because more or less I probably won't wear it. I just like the nostalgia level aspect of it all. It has a Big League Chew here on the side right there, so it looks nice. Has the pinstripes in the navy color going all the way around the hat. And then it has the Batterman there on the back, has a Navy New Era flag. And then I really like the fact on the logo, they did it in the navy, the red and the yellow, which matches the rest of the hat with the side and the back. So that looks pretty cool. Flip it on over, and you have the Kelly Green with the white. So this time it actually makes sense to have a white sweatband. Kelly Green UV makes sense, so that's why I like it. And then on the taping on here, and I did do a video about the Big League Chew hats, so if you haven't seen that video, maybe I'll link that video here at the end so you can go check it out. But on the inside of the tape, it says, "It's bubble gum, fun for everyone, Big League Chew." So that is like really cool that they put those little side aspects of the hats on the inside. I just think that's a very good little, tidbit there. Of course, genuine merchandise and 7 5/8. So there you go. There's the first one. The next one that we got is the BAM! We got the raspberry. And of course, you got your raspberry specialty pin right there. Big League Chew right there. I like the combination of the different kinds of blues. You got like a navy blue, and then you have a lighter like neonish blue. And then if you look at the stitching, it has that lighter blue stitching. So hopefully you can see it right there. And that's just a cool little aspect. They could have went with navy to blend in the stitching, but they decided to go with an off-color blue, which matches the front of the brim here. And I like that aspect because it makes it stand out a little bit more. Just those small little details are nice. You got a nice little Batterman on the back. It is navy, the color blue on the front with the pink, so check that one out. I think that's a really cool little combination there. And then of course you got your New Era flag. And then right here in the front, it says blue raspberry. So really cool. Flip it on over. You got that nice pink UV. Looks good. You got that nice blue sweatband, which I've been saying that they need more color sweatbands. I've been saying that that's probably the way they're going to go as like the next fashion trend. They went with the colored UVs. They've done colored sweatbands in the past on a minimum level, and I think we're going to start seeing them more and more. So like the fact they made it up. It looks really good. They didn't go white or anything like that. They didn't go Kelly green on the UV. It matches the rest of the hat. And then on the taping it says bubblegum's better when it comes from the shredder. So that is really cool. So I like that aspect, and it just looks really nice. And of course the button right here is the same blue, so the whole hat matches really nicely. The next hat that we have is another one from the Big League Chew collection, but we got bam, the strawberry collection. And this one I had a little trouble finding, so I had to get it in a 7.5. The 7.5 fits fine. The 7.5 for the strawberry collection, this is the only one with a female on it, a woman on it, so thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if that was done on purpose. I believe the original like Big League Chew had a female on it, so it's really nice because, you know, girls play softball and baseball, so it makes perfect sense. You got the Big League Chew little patch there on the side in multiple colors. You got like a pink, what is it? It's a pink, it's a red that matches the front of the brim, and it's like a creamish bronze color, if that makes sense, so it looks really good. And then this one, flip it around, Batterman looks nice, matching the Big League Chew logo, New Era flag, strawberry, flip it on around. I will say, this makes perfect sense. Kelly green on the strawberry, so it kind of reminds you of the little strawberry, you know, little tip there that you peel off the leaves and whatnot. And then you got the red sweatband right here. I would say the only flaw, if I could change anything on this hat, it would be the button. I would make the button green as well. Yeah, it could remind you of an apple, but I think that would be a better depiction of a strawberry. It would just look really cool. And if I could be a little selfish, black eyelets, so like the little seeding on the outside of the strawberry, that would have looked awesome. So, and then this one on the inside, it says bubblegum fun for everyone, so freaking awesome. I feel like Big League Chew, New Era did an awesome job with this drop. Everything matches up and you can't complain. So we'll try this one on 7.5. I'm basically between a 7.5, 7.5/8. I just always get the 7 and 5/8 just so I don't have to return a lot of hats, because hats can be really tricky. And this one, like I said, is a 7.5, and as you can tell, it's not too tight. So I'd have to say the 7.5s might run a little bit big. It just depends. It's always better to try them in store. Now, I would say that if this was just really super tight on me, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, even though it was a 7.5, and even though I needed it for the collection, because I always feel like no matter what, if I don't get the hat, that's perfectly fine. But I also always feel that I could probably find it somewhere along my journeys, even a couple months later, because I still see these hats occasionally as I go into a store. So looks pretty good. The next hat that we got is the Big League Chew Grape Collection, and they did this one really good. You got the purple, the white, you have the green. Look at that green button right there. I like that. The Big League Chew logo right there, and the purple, green, and white, so it looks really awesome. Match it on up in the back there with the Batterman. I'm telling you, they did an awesome job getting the color combinations, coordinating the colors really good. They got a gray UV, which is probably the only downside in this particular hat, because why didn't they just stick with the green? It would have made more sense. The only thing that I could think of is that they hadn't, from what I remember, a gray UV on any of the hats, so maybe that's why they went with the gray, just to do something different. They got a green sweatband, and then this one on the inside says, this one says bubblegum's better when it comes from a shredder. Says the same thing. Okay, says the same thing. So freaking awesome. Love these ones. And if you hadn't gotten these, you probably should go pick them up. They're getting harder and harder to find. When I was in Washington, I did find some of the Seattle Mariners. Unfortunately, I didn't find any in my size. And if I didn't show you guys the collector pin on this one, here it is. You got like that old Charlie Huff knuckleballer, the old veteran there trying to hold on to the last couple years in the league. I like that pin. It's just a really cool one. The next one we got, and we're getting really close to 100. Let's see here. We had 91, 92, 93, 94. This is going to be number 95. But we got, bam, old school, dirty school, real hat collector. Right here, Giants hat. Nothing special. All black. Actually, I lie. I lie, guys. This hat is actually kind of special. Showing you this $20 because I'm dumb. Okay, guys? This is how crazy of a nut or a fan I am. So I had a job at a winery here locally in my area, and the Giants were playing the Rockies in San Francisco. Well, a lot of people know, let me put this back here. A lot of people know that Bruce Bochy is a wine connoisseur. He enjoys his wines, and one of his favorite wineries is in my local area. In fact, even the Giants announcer, one of his favorite wineries is in my local area, and he knows the head winemaker, or the former head. I think he retired by now from last time I knew. But with that being said, after the Rockies game, Bruce Bochy decided to come up, and I had the privilege of being Mr. Bochy's driver for the evening, and I drove him and a guest out for dinner. And a cool part was when we were driving back, they were actually kind of talking to me. We were talking about a couple things, and he asked me what size hat I wore, and so I told him. Not kidding you guys, he went to the rental car, the car that he was driving. I don't know if it was a rental. He pulled out some hats, and this is the hat he gave me. And I had to wear it, of course, because at the time I didn't have a ton of hats. I love the Giants, and this hat just was really special because Bruce Bochy gave me this hat, and yes, it's dirty and everything, but he gave me this hat, and he gave me that $20 I just showed you, which I still have not spent it. Let's see what the year is on this thing. Let's see here. It says it's, holy crud, this bill says 1999. That is crazy. That is crazy. So anyways, this was right after the hats for the Giants, at least. They used to have the gray UV, and then they switched to the all black, and I just thought this was really freaking cool for a number of reasons. One, it came from Bruce Bochy, but also I like the black look. This does say New Era, the official on-field cap of MLB, exclusively for players, and it should say made in the USA, 100% poly, and this has no New Era flag, has the Batterman, and this was when Battermans were a little bit better. I should try to wash this, man. Maybe I should get some of that Hat Club or Blue Store cleaner and try to clean it up, because you guys know that stuff's really good. And there you go. So actually, I think I'm gonna do that and retire this hat. It still fits for the most part. I don't wear it as much, of course, but I think I'm gonna try to clean it up. So that's why I love this hat. It's one of my favorite hats. And right after that, when I did meet Bruce Bochy, I went to a game, and we talked. It wasn't like he gave me free tickets. I was going to the game anyway, so I already had the tickets. So I found him, and we talked for a couple minutes, and it was just really cool because he remembered who I was. So freaking awesome. So thank you so much to Bruce Bochy. Not that you'll ever see this video. Next hat we got, and this was a newer one, but I got this, I think, from Hat Club. But we got, bam, the old school G logo. This was one of the Giants hats type logo that I didn't really have in the collection. I never really got this. When was this hat? Probably in the early 2000s, somewhere around there, when they were using this G style logo for like their batting practice, some games. But I had never gotten this G logo, so I wanted to get it. It's got that nice New Era flag right there in the white. So nice little subtle G, nice little Batterman on there, and then you have the gray UV, black, 7/5/8, and Bangladesh made. So we're gonna clean that one up here. All right, there we go. Put this one on just because it feels a little bit better. All right, there we go. This next one, the side patch hat. But we got the bam! The Giants 2014 World Series champions. So of course this one was obtained after they had won the 2014 World Series. This was their last World Series that they won, and this was after basically they were the best team in baseball for basically 10 years. 3 championships in 5 years. I would have to say you're a pretty good team. So got this one, 7.5. Still has that long old school sticker right there. Has the side patch on that side. That's where they used to put the side patch. It was right there. Got the Batterman right there, so freaking nice. And then they got the all black on the UV, black sweatband, so everything is black. Let's see, 7.5. This is a USA made, engineered exclusively for players, and I believe I might have got this one off the Blue store. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't go to any games for the 12 or the 14 because I had just gone for the 10, and it just kept getting more and more expensive for the games, especially after their first World Series and the fact that they were really good for the next couple years. It was a cool thing, and it's, you know, it just made it really hard to go. But 7.5 still fits pretty decent, but I don't wear this one as much because of that very reason. The next hat, and this will make number 98, but we got, bam! We got this, I want to say it's a Hat Club collection. We got the burgundy or wine red hat, SF. You got the Battle of the Bay World Series patch here. Battle Bay, if you guys don't know, was the 1989 World Series between the A's and the Giants, the Earthquake World Series, as most people remember it. The A's did win that World Series, but they call it the Battle of the Bay. And then flip it on around, and then you have the flat Batterman for the Cooperstown collection, because it's a Cooperstown type collection logo. Toenail New Era flag, it looks really good. Flip it on in, looks nice with that Kelly UV. Perfect sense, black, so it looks awesome. This one is a wool hat, and this one says it's made in China. So number 98. And this one does fit a little bit bigger on the head, but it fits really good and it feels really nice. So not too bad. So I get it when some people say that, you know, hats feel a little bit boxy. I would think that this would be one of those that feels a little bit boxy on their head, just because it sits a little bit lower on the head. But for me, I don't mind it this way. I hate the hats like the low crowns that like sit up here, and they just feel really weird. They feel like they're not even on your head. The next one, and this will make number 99, folks. Whoo! But we have the San Francisco Giants 9/11 collection anniversary hat, and I'm trying to see if this has a year on it about which line this was. It does not, and it's funny that out of all the hats that I have for the Giants that I've been showing you guys, this is one of the few hats that has that little white tag right there. It's just a little extra white tag, which is pretty stupid, honestly, because they can put this little white tag, but they can't put the year that this hat was produced. Because I've seen a lot of these 9/11 hats, and I personally like them. I would like to get them because, you know, they pay homage to 9/11. Honestly, I don't know if some of the money goes back to like a 9/11 fund or anything like that, so I'm hoping it does. But if they're constantly basically coming up with the same type of hat with the 9/11, where they have this like iron-on patch right here, and it just has the date for 9/11, which obviously I get they want to put the date for 9/11 because, you know, we don't want to forget, but they need to put the date of when this hat was produced, so that way I would have more of a reason to want to buy it every year. Because without that little date of recognizing when this hat was released, would you really want to buy it as a hat collector? And if I didn't keep track of my hats, I wouldn't remember what year this hat came from, because I'm pretty positive I did not get this hat, say, in 2002. So I'm just saying, I want some dates. I want some dates, please. The patch is awesome because I can remember what collection it's from, so that makes sense. But not all patches help me do that, and then I don't know what year it's from. So I like the fact they went with an orange New Era flag. It looks nice. Orange button, orange logo. Switch it on over. We got black and black. So looks nice. So a nice typical Giants hat. So I can't complain about that. Awesome. It's good. So sorry about that. All right, guys, we got it. Oh, we got it. We reached the summit of 100 Giants hats, and I'm excited because I did not sincerely know. I didn't look anything up. As I've mentioned in numerous videos, I did not even count to see how many Giants hats. I don't keep track on how many hats of each team I actually have. I keep track on the spreadsheet, but in order to actually find out how many hats I have of a particular team, I have to do a couple little functions on the computer, and I did not do none of that. But we have it, and you've seen this hat in my collection or on my videos before. But from a very long time, so you probably don't remember it. And if you are new to the channel, chances are you probably haven't seen it, but we got it. The original Father's Day hat for me. Bam! Right there. This was a blue store pickup. This was something that I typically would never have bought in, not even at that time, not even at this time, not even probably today. But this hat is probably the most specialist hat, if that's even a word, in my whole collection. And the reason why was minor leagues when he was a little guy, maybe 7, 6, somewhere in that range. Him and T-Mom went to a blue store and they actually bought me a hat for Father's Day. And that has been honestly the only time they've ever gotten me a hat for Father's Day. Because T-Mom always says, I don't know what hats you have, so I don't know what to get you. So this was the only time they ever got me a hat for Father's Day. So I call this, even though I know it's not, so I don't want to hear the dislike dweebs in the comments, even though I know it's not a Father's Day hat, this is my original Father's Day. But we got it all white, teal, aquamarine. I could say that maybe the aquamarine does have a little significance to me, but you know, keep it that way. I like the eyelets, they do match, the button, New Era flag right here. So this was probably around 2017. So that would have made minor leagues at least 5. So yeah, about 5, between 5 and 7 he got it. Flip it on over, and this was one of the original colored UV drops, black sweatband. This one is a 7.5 because that was what I was wearing at that particular time. 100% cotton. And as you guys can see, I did wear it. Because I do wear white, despite what people say. And then back then, I didn't have a lot of hats like I do now. So it is very, very tight. But this hat has been technically retired. I do keep it in one of my little containers back there that I picked up from the container store, because this hat really means a lot to me. This is my favorite hat in my whole collection. So if I ever do a ranking, this hat does not get included because this hat has more of a story than most of my hats, minus the Bruce Bochy hat, because that was given to me personally by Bruce Bochy. So that would probably be my second favorite hat in my whole collection. So right here, number 100 for the San Francisco Giants collection. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe. Consider becoming a member so you get early access to my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Sergio G, PhD. See you next time. Later. Bye.